So today we'll be with a chapter on single entry. It comes under financial accounting. And first thing is you must know what do you mean by a single entry system. A single entry system is a form of bookkeeping where only one aspect of the account is recorded. It can be either the debit or the credit which is recorded. The single entry system is a bookkeeping system in which sometimes both aspects are recorded, whereas other times only one aspect of a transaction is recorded. In certain cases, a complete transaction is not recorded. Usually, it is the complete transaction is not recorded. It can be either the debit or the credit. Now, there are three types of single entry system. A single entry, one comes under the pure single entry system where only personal accounts are maintained. Then comes a simple single entry where we have the personal account as well as a cash book that is maintained. And when it comes to the quasi single entry system, along with the personal and cash book, we keep few subsidiary books. And these are the types of single entry system. So, what is the difference between double entry and single entry system? Under double entry system, both the aspects are recorded. The debit is recorded and the credit is recorded. Here, under single entry, it may not be recorded. Again, under double entry, you will find personal accounts, real accounts, and nominal accounts. But under single entry, it is basically personal accounts which are maintained. And here, under the double entry, you have the cash book, the various ledgers, etc. All books are maintained, but here only the debtors ledger and the creditors ledger are monitored. Now, here under double entry system, you can check the mathematical accuracy, and under single entry, you do not have the trial balance, and hence you cannot check the arithmetical accuracy. Now, here under double entry, you can prepare the trading, P&L and the balance sheet. But under single entry, due to the absence of the trial balance, it is difficult to prepare the trading and profit and loss account unless you opt for the conversion method. Now, again, the various accounting ratios can be computed under double entry system, but here under single entry, you can only prepare the most important ratios like gross profit ratio and net profit ratio. Under double entry system, it is a scientific system that follows all the rules of accounting, but here it is unscientific, it doesn't follow the rules of accounting. Now, there are different approaches where you can find out the profit and loss, and one approach in that is the statement of affairs method or the net worth method, and the second approach or the method is a conversion method. We will be looking into the statement of affairs method into more detail. The statement of affairs method, it is basically the net worth method where you take the asset minus liability. This method is called the statement of affairs method, and it is prepared the following ways. First is the statement of affairs is prepared at the beginning of the year, which gives us the opening capital, and the second step that is followed is you will find out the closing capital by taking the values at the end of the period. Then you will compare the opening and the closing capital and the drawings and addition capital, etc., which gives you either the profit or the loss. We can calculate the profit or the loss. If closing capital is greater than the opening capital, it indicates profit, or else vice versa. Next is we just go into a question, that is, this is the available information given to you, the opening information and the closing information. So we are going to find out is what is the profit or loss of Mr. G. Now, the first step, as I told you, is you have to find out the opening capital. And how do you find out the opening capital? By doing a statement of affairs, which is more or less like a balance sheet, and you keep all the assets on the asset side, the liability on the liability liability side, taking only the opening figures, and the balancing figure gives you the opening capital, which is 14 lakhs in this case. Then the second step is you're going to find out what is the closing capital. Again, you take only the closing items, which was seen here. The closing items are taken. The closing items are taken, and the balancing figure gives you the closing capital. It gives you the closing capital. Now, the third step is the actual statement of profit and loss account. Now, how do you do it? Is you take the closing capital. Closing capital is 12,25,000. This is the balancing figure. Along with the closing capital, you will have the drawings. In the question, it is clearly given that 4,80,000 was used for personal purpose and 20,000 was taken as goods for personal purpose. So his drawing is 5 lakhs less opening capital, which is also being calculated in the first step, less additional capital. How much is our additional capital? Opening capital is 14 lakhs. Additional capital is 2,50,000, which gives us 16,50,000. And the difference, the addition minus the lessing figure, that is 17,25,000 minus 16,50,000 gives you 75,000, which gives us a profit in this case. Now, next is the conversion method. Under the conversion method, there are sequence of steps to be adopted. First is you will have to record all the journal entries. Try to make all the journal entries. Then you start preparing one ledger. Then eventually you will make all the adjustments there. After making all the adjustments, you will prepare the trial balance. Once the trial balance is ready, you can prepare the trading, profit and loss, and the balance sheet. So this is called the conversion method. So these are the two methods that are adopted for financial accounting in the case of single entry system.